Hello out there on the interwebs, and welcome to the Let's WoW podcast. We are the podcast from you, for you, and by you all out there in the World of Warcraft community. My name is Gemmet. I am your host. With me tonight, as always, we have the ever so lovely and always humble Day, and our silky-voiced Uno. Hello. I totally forgot what we were going to call Uno. Juicy buns.
Juicy buns.
Juicy buns. Yeah, we have Uno is now Juicy buns. So
Yes.
there you go. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Well, hello.
That wasn't as deep as it should have been.
Caw.
That's caw. Well, great segment there of the caw. We have tonight joining us from another member of the Forged family, and she definitely plays along with the bird RP. We have
definitely.
Kel. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for asking me. I'm still kind of shocked that I said yes. This is really cool.
What? Are you shocked that you said yes because it was a crazy drunken night in Mumble that I asked you to do this?
No, I'm shocked that I said yes because usually I'm one of the shyest people I know. But this is super cool.
I
Yes,
met
I
you at
know.
BlizzCon. So
I know you met me at BlizzCon and you have video proof
I do. That was fun.
stuff I get up to, but and you're the only person who has ever posted a video of me on the interwebs.
Wow.
Just saying.
We need to fix that. If you're listening to this show and you know Kel IRL, post some videos. Just send it to gemetsv@gmail, and I'll put them up on the YouTube page.
That I'll be saying more than just, do you want Skittles? Oh, but no, this is really cool. Thank you for having me. You guys have been nice and friendly to several members of my guild, and I love my guildies. They're great.
They are.
Yeah, we talked about this last week with Dorka. Well, not last week, 2 weeks ago. We'll get into that in a minute. But with Dorka and Elle, the guild is so fantastic. I am a part of it, and they really,
Yes.
it is such a wonderful group of people.
Yeah, we're one of those guilds where we don't have a truly definable label. We're more like the big social family, because like right now, people are playing Diablo, people are playing what's left of WildStar for the beta. I think there's a couple people playing Heroes, and all hang out in different Mumble channels, and I just got out of the Mumble channel so I could come visit you guys. But then the rest of us were killing Alliance in PvP. Sorry, Gemmet.
Ruh-roh.
That hurts my pink-haired heart.
Says the one playing an undead warlock.
Shush. Day, you're fired.
Again?
Again.
But until I met these people, I would never have plunked down the money to go to California for vacation just to hang out for Blizzard. As much as I love Blizzard games and play all kinds of Blizzard games, it's the people that draw you to BlizzCon and have you make the trip and spend the money and the time, and it's the people that you walk away going, oh my god, I can't wait to go back because they're just so awesome. And that's how I feel about my guildies. They're really incredibly awesome.
It is giant love fest over here at Let's WoW for the Forged family. Love it. So here in the beginning of the show, we do like to get to know our guest a little bit more. Now that you're gushing all about your guild, how about you let everybody know what got you started in the Blizzard universe?
I have a younger cousin who started playing WoW because her boyfriend got her into it. And my aunt freaked out with, oh my god, she's meeting weird people online. Oh my god, it's not safe. What's going on? And up until that point, I hadn't played a Blizzard game. So I said, it can't be that bad. I'll try it out and see how she's doing. Logged in, didn't know anybody in game except for my cousin. My first character was a human mage and was promptly told by my cousin I was on the wrong server playing the wrong faction and I needed to reroll.
Oh.
So I re-rolled as a Blood Elf Hunter. Had no idea what I was doing, but hung out with her. Reported back to my aunt, it's not that bad, it's just a video game. Said cousin broke up with said boyfriend, stopped playing. That was right at the start of Wrath, and I've been playing ever since.
Wow.
Kind of just got hooked.
That that seems to be with a lot of people. Their friend or family member will get them in, and then proceed to stop playing.
Yeah.
I've noticed that with a lot of people.
I had one break where, when Star Wars came out, I was kind of taking a break and got into Star Wars, and one of my old guildies messaged me one day and said, hey, if you log back into WoW, I can get a mount. And I said, do I have to pay for it again? He said, no. All you have to do is log back in. I'm going to send you an email. And he was going to get that Spectral Griffin you got if you got somebody to come back to the game. So I logged back in. 2 days later, I said, all right, I'm slightly annoyed at you because Blizzard is going to take $60 from me right now. And that was my only, big break. But...
So, yeah, of all of the people that we've had on the show, I think you're, the second or third who is fair. I say new. Really, it's since Wrath, I'm calling that new.
Wow.
We've had so many veteran players on.
No, I am totally a Wrath baby.
Wrath babies unite.
But that's
Yay!
awesome. That is awesome. It's nice to see people starting the game now, or having started it fairly, again, recently. Air quotes.
Well, I know people who started with just this expansion, and they have their 90s, and they do amazing stuff. Death's Touch is one of our guildies, and he's a rogue, and I usually hate rogues, but he doesn't kill me too often, and he gives me pointers on PvP, and he's a really, really nice guy, and it's kind of funny because he knows so much about his class and how to play his class and how to get the most out of his class and how to stab you and mutilate you and shock you and all that stuff that rogues do that make you go, rogues.
I like his name, Death's Touch. That should be a rogue ability.
I do like that.
And then we'll say, okay, we're going to go kill a Nixie. And he's like, how do I get there again?
Aw.
And you go, oh, that's right. You haven't done this yet. And it's really neat, that mixing of how expansive the whole game is, that there's so much stuff that as you play throughout years, you build up this knowledge base, and then you can share it with other people.
There's so many gems.
Yeah, there's something, we're going to talk about that a little bit later on in the show, with veteran stuff, but yeah, I love how it's everything for everyone in this game. I have a friend who's coming in probably tonight that'll be trying Warcraft, so I'm excited. Yeah, for the first time. What?
Nice!
Yes, I'm really excited.
Oh my goodness, I'm looking through your chat channel and I think I recognize 8 names from my Mumble channel.
They're all here supporting you.
Right, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Hi guys!
You have your own cheering section in the live
No,
chat.
that's awesome.
All right, so since it has been 2 weeks since we've been away, Day, you've been PvPing, big surprise. Okay, Uno, you've been playing Hearthstone.
Oh.
Really, it's the same thing with us. Day, what's been other than PvPing? You messaged me in game earlier, and I actually got scared a little bit, and I needed an adult. So what is this thing that you did?
I think there's 6 of mine in the chat channel.
Well, I feel like I lost a bet, but it was just me being, typical Day. My friend Kyle was like, I bet you'll never play a Shadow Priest. And I was like, challenge accepted! So I have recently geared up a human Shadow Priest. Just because I wanted to prove him wrong.
How do you like
And
it?
I will probably be arenaing on her soon. I like it. It was definitely very frustrating when I was gearing up, just because. Oh my gosh, I just got killed over and over again, and I was,
Yeah.
queuing Alterac Valley, and I would be running across the field of strife, and I would get, one-shotted by a warrior, an orc warrior.
Sounds
So-
about right.
It was very frustrating. A lot of yelling at rogues and warriors and death knights.
Isn't that all PvP though?
Yeah, that's what I thought PvP
Isn't
was.
it? Isn't it? Effing rogues, effing death knights.
It was
I'm
particularly
trying to
bad.
keep my language clean for the show, but it's you could.
I just felt like it
use
was
your
particularly
assumptions.
bad because I was so squishy. So I was pretty much yelling at everything, except for other priests, because they were the only thing that couldn't kill me. I was getting killed by like resto shamans. It was fantastic.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh my goodness.
But now I have
that's a win.
full Grievous gear and a couple Prideful, so
What?
this is good.
How long did that take
good.
you?
Well, it was just Alterac Valley Call to Arms, so not very long,
Oh.
because you just queue into that over and over again. And I even have a nice transmog for her. She's beautiful. Gemmet doesn't believe me, but she is beautiful.
I can't see a human being beautiful.
Well, 'cause I got
Sorry,
the-
but it's
No,
true. I mean, if you're not a night elf, I kind of don't really want
I
anything.
already have a Night Elf priest. I don't need.
That goes
I
for
got
in
that-
real life too.
Hey,
Not kidding.
I got that beautiful pink robe from Ruins of Anchorage, so I had to get a group together to do Heroic Firelands for me. We only had to do it twice, and I got my pink shoulders. Yay!
Congrats.
So I look beautiful.
I have to bring the. I got to interrupt you here really quick. I got to bring this over to the chat room. And Joe, our buddy Wow Martien, is here, and he's causing a ruckus. So I wanted to make sure that was on the recording. See, if you're listening to this on the download, you should be listening to us live, or at least in the chat room live, because
Very
yeah, there's a lot
Speaking
going on.
of Joe,
Yeah, speaking of Joe, look, I gave you a nice segue.
you did. I was honored to be a part of the Horde Flex raid for Epic Podcast's 24-hour charity stream for Child's Play yesterday.
Nice.
Very
It
nice.
was so much fun. And again, I was so honored that they asked me to go. They needed some healers, and I was like, I'll do it. I did dust off the Orc Shaman, and we got to Nazgrim, and then wiped at like 1%.
Oh.
But
Oh.
you know what? It was all for charity, so it's worth it.
It was so much fun. I was in the stream a lot, and they are great people. It was fantastic.
Yeah, let's go a little bit further into that here. They did. I saw from Medicakes that they raised $1,750 for Child's Play.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
a big, giant, huge applause to them.
Yay!
They're
Yeah.
such.
Definitely.
I would clap, but my microphone's really sensitive, so
Mhm.
I'm not going to clap too loud. Yeah, it's fantastic. This is their second year doing it, and I'm so happy for them. Such an amazing cause.
They do a really
Great
good
people. They really, it was really fantastic. So proud of them.
Yeah, and Jab won the Yeti race.
He loved the
I
Yeti
watched
race.
that. That was so. I watched Joe slide down a mountain for like 15 minutes. It was fantastic.
Awesome.
But yeah, how about what's been up with Uno?
Oh, well, since the last time you've seen me, let's see. I'm going to freaking BlizzCon, so that's a thing.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
That was
Yeah.
awesome. I got to tell my BlizzCon ticket story because I called Day like a couple hours before. I was freaking out. Like, I'm sure a lot of people were freaking out, but I was like pacing, sweating, palms. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I was like, Day, I can't do it. Just buy me the ticket and I'll give you the money. I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't even bring myself to look at the Eventbrite screen. Like, I just can't do it. I'm not going to be able to do it. I can't do it. So I was freaking out. She calmed me down. And so I ended up going to a friend's house, and I had like 4 people and we were. I mean, it was so frustrating because they weren't as serious about it as I was. I was dead serious about getting this ticket, and they were just messing around. They were like, "Let me show you this weapon. Oh, you got to. Oh, what's wrong with my screensaver?" It's like, are you kidding me? There's 1 minute. You're messing with a screensaver. So, it came down. It was like 5, 4, 3, 2. Start clicking F5 fools right now. And I hit it. I was the only one that got the hit. I clicked. I was like, I got it. And I turned around and they were all waiting. And I was like, I was like already on the next screen. It was like it took 2 seconds. I was like, this is I started crying. My eyes started watering. I had pride in my eyes.
Aww.
But it was literally just. I mean, it was the difference was I was on a PC. Somebody was on a tablet and somebody was on a laptop, and then there was another PC. And none of the mobile devices made it. I was the only one that made it. Yeah. So I think it had to do with just the sensitivity of how fast you could actually click quantity and then click order now.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would imagine it took me like 0.7 seconds maybe to do the whole thing, and it was like the people next to me didn't even get in, and we sat there and waited, went to the waiting room, and so you guys are gonna see me at BlizzCon. Oh, geez, shouldn't have just showed my confirmation number, but it's real. That's been the main focus for me. After that, I've just been playing. I think I played 72 hours of Hearthstone in a row.
That really doesn't surprise. You know what? It would surprise me if that surprised anyone.
Yeah.
Right.
I got down to rank 11 and then promptly went back to like 17. It was pretty bad, but I've been having a good time. I'm really excited. I can't wait to meet all of you beautiful people. And yeah. So what about you, Gemmy? How have you been this? Oh well, I know you have news. I know you have more exciting news than mine.
I have there was a lot of stuff going on in my universe. First off, I got a BlizzCon ticket. So
Can we go back to me for a second?
Oh, okay. It's all about
Because I totally forgot to say that I also have a BlizzCon ticket.
Yes, that is right, listeners. All three of us will be there.
Yeah, I managed to secure a ticket for myself and Jab Cup because we're a package deal, remember?
Yeah, she was telling me this in the pre-show when we were just chatting before we went live. Apparently, I have to buy dinner for not just Uno and Day, but also Jab Cup.
Of course.
While we're at BlizzCon.
Well,
yes,
we're one entity, Day Cup.
Yeah, it's Day Cup.
How do we get it on this free Gemmet buys dinner for people thing?
All you gotta do is attach yourself to Day, and you're golden.
Okay.
That's the only reason I'm here right now.
Attach yourself to the healer.
Yes.
That's easy to do.
Exactly. Peel, peel, peel.
Oh, God. Okay, sorry, Gem.
Yeah, so we all three will be going to BlizzCon. We will be doing a live show from BlizzCon all together in the same room for the first time ever. Wow. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
I'm so excited. We have plenty of time. We haven't worked out any of those details yet. Right. But we will be doing a live Let's WoW. We'll be bringing a lot of people in from BlizzCon to be hang out with us during that show. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
To hang out with all of us.
Yeah.
Let's WoW.
And our
I hope they do. I really hope they do the Meeting Stone thing again.
Oh, they have to.
Yeah, because that was awesome, and we'll totally we'll put up a group thing there, so listeners and friends and fans and all that want to come say hello.
Yeah.
Come hang out with us for a bit.
There's people still talking about the Meeting Stone from last year.
That was so much fun. That really was so much fun. I got to meet so many people there. But other than that, so yeah, like I said a little earlier in the show, we did not have a show last week, and that's because I had to go all YOLO. And I realize that I have said YOLO, and I'm judging myself for it. So there's that. But yeah, I went and I got my nose pierced. As many of you can see in the live chat room, or if you follow me on Twitter, I have my septum pierced, which I've been wanting to do for like 10 years. And when my boyfriend left me, I said, screw it.
It looks great. I mean, I know you've been getting all the Torin love now, so.
Oh God, yeah, that's a thing.
And I can trace it directly
Almost
back
immediately.
to Bill Hype, because you were DJ Bill Hype, because you were doing it and you were basically live tweeting it. And
Yeah, I was live tweeting pretty much the entire thing, other than I didn't have my phone in my hands when I was getting it pierced.
yeah. And I was in the chat room. We were in Let's Wow chat room with the host from the Lore Walkers Roundtable, our lovely Maslu and DJ Bill Hype. And as soon as I told it, I was like, "You guys didn't see the live stream or the live tweet?" And you know, DJ Bill just went off. He's like, "It's a Tauren. Give it the Tauren. Give it the bull."
Yep. Yeah, I know Maslu's been ribbing me in the chat room tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, now Huey Milano is saying hashtag Gemma the Tauren. Now, a lot of people have said this. The Tauren have the closed ring. I have a horseshoe.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So, the little details there. Little details. So that's why we didn't have the show last week. I was really hoping to get back in time, but it took me way longer to get home than I thought it would. Just because the train system in DC on a Sunday is terrible.
And it was Mother's Day.
And it was Mother's Day. Day was off anyway, so
With my grandma.
She already got fired at least twice last week.
For being with my grandmother. That makes me sound like a horrible person.
Hey, I'm a
Fire
tough
someone with your
boss.
grandmother.
Got fired on your day off.
Yep. But also this week, God, there's been so much happening in my world this week. I got into Heroes of the Storm.
What? The alpha?
Into the alpha, yeah, and that game is beautiful.
Isn't it so fun?
It is amazing. I have played League of Legends, hated it. I tried Dota 2, liked it a little more than League, still didn't like it very much. But Heroes is just amazing.
Oh, right.
Which one is your favorite so far?
I have only been playing with Raynor right now because I'm one to continue with what I started with. So
Okay.
change is scary.
It's Gemilocks and the 3 MOBAs.
I really like Diablo. Diablo's fun, and I love the Demon Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
But that's because I'm a hunter.
Yeah, I do want to try out the few. I like that they have the rotating try out the heroes thing.
Yes.
I haven't thrown any money at it yet, but I have a feeling I will. Definitely have a feeling I will. I think it's taken all the best parts of MOBAs and put it in the Warcraft world.
Definitely.
So I really think this is going to be a great game. First time playing it. I had no experience with it. I didn't get a chance to do it at BlizzCon, so it's great. And for a technical alpha,
yeah,
it feels like a finished, polished game.
Oh, it's visually stunning as well. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, there's little details in there. It's such a great game. And I know there's a lot of hate going on in the chat room that for the people that are in the alpha. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I didn't do anything spectacular for it. I just threw my name in the hat and got lucky. Aside from that, WildStar was in beta this week. Open beta this week. I got into WildStar. I tried it out. I got to give a big thank you to Shenanigans because he gave me a copy of a digital deluxe, so I will be playing WildStar when that comes out. I'll be splitting my time between 75 different games.
That's going to have a subscription as well, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually I definitely put my card number in for the subscription.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a month. and decide. I'm still gonna be playing WoW, of course, but in the lull, it's nice to try out new things.
It actually has a feature, WildStar does, where you can buy game time and sell it in-game to other people for in-game currency.
Oh,
So-
wow.
If you have...
Hopefully that's something. That's something Warcraft will implement because I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, so if somebody has like lots of time and can play the game and knows how to make money
Yeah.
in the game, but doesn't have real-world money, they can basically buy their game time with their game money. And then the person who doesn't have as much time to play the game but has the money to pay for the subscription or buy game time and sell it
Oh.
can get their gold that way, and that cuts out black marketing.
I don't know. That makes me a bit apprehensive. It sounds like a gold spammer's paradise.
I'm sure they know about that. I'm sure there's things around it.
I mean, to be fair though, I'm jaded. I just came out of Final Fantasy 14, which was Gold Spammer 14.
Yep.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, Juve Milano is saying from Let's WoW to Let's WildStar. No. WildStar, I do have to say, WildStar is an absolutely beautiful game. It is visually stunning.
Yeah.
It plays. It feels like Warcraft. It's different, but it feels like it. But really, nothing's going to take me away from Warcraft permanently, other than a new Warcraft.
Yeah. I like WildStar. It has a really cool, kind of trendy, new art kind of theme. You know, the design. It's really nice. I like it. I tried this weekend's beta as well. Had some fun.
Yeah. I have so many tabs open right now. I forgot I pulled this up. I forgot to say, so my BlizzCon ticket, I unfortunately, because my money is still in limbo with the stupid state, I was not able to physically buy one on the spot. So I got to give a big thank you to Chris, or I'm gonna destroy this. Thronus. He's at THRONUS on Twitter. He banded around and got me a ticket, so thank you.
Nice.
I love this community.
Heck yeah. That's the glue. You just solidified the live Let's WoW podcast at BlizzCon. It's happening.
Yeah, well, I was going to go either way, just because I need a vacation.
Right.
So I was going to be in Anaheim either way. I've already booked everything to go out there. I just didn't have a ticket for BlizzCon itself. So, but now I do.
I know quite a few people who are in that position where they're going, they're flying out, they have a place to stay at a hotel, they just don't have the actual ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, there's a lot of people that are going to be doing that. And I think it's a great idea, because really at least to me, what BlizzCon is all about is getting out there and meeting people in the community. Getting to meet all your friends, your guild mates, your raid partners, your arena partners.
And,
invading the Hilton bar afterwards.
Raiding the bar. I'm tanking. I'm getting tanked.
Getting so drunk you walk up to Mike Morheim and make a complete fool of yourself.
Pull aggro on Mike Morheim. That's awesome.
Wait, you did that too?
Quick, CC him so he can't get away. I think it was Dorka that said in the chat room earlier that Elle was going to be organizing a Hilton virtual ticket party live outside of BlizzCon, something like that. I don't know. I read it.
Yeah, I think I think Elle is doing that.
I think I'm going to spend some time there,
which would be awesome.
I love cons, but I love parties too. So.
All right. So
and Joe definitely brings up a good point here. Hugging people so hard, so tight, they need medical attention.
Yeah.
Yes, I am a hugger. I give epic purple hugs that leave epic purple bruises.
It does. They're really cool.
But I'm just I can't contain my excitement meeting people. So heads up.
Heads off if you're not careful.
I'll just throw Jab in front of me, and he can take
He'll just take the aggro.
I don't know why. I just had a vision of a full-size Jab cup in one of those, the baby bouncies that you wear on your chest. That would be epic.
We're almost Jesus. We're 35 minutes into this already, and we're still not done with what's going on. There has been so much. So last week, since we didn't have a show, me and the Shaw of Happiness, we decided we were going to do a Google Hangout.
Oh yeah.
Which was crazier than we both ever imagined. We had a queue of people trying to get into this Google Hangout.
It was
They
pretty
cap it-
awesome. I was surprised how many people were in there, honestly.
They cap it at 10, and we had all sorts of people coming in. People I know, people I don't know. We had so much fun. We're gonna do that again soon. That was a ton of fun. And then the other night, I was on Chaos Portal.
What?
130, 138, I believe. I think that was it. Well, it's the latest one this week. The week of the May 18th right now. It was, I think, the 15th. Something like that. It was a couple days ago. But so yeah, I was on there with Remgar and Haster and LeGrayson.
Yeah, love those guys. Love
There's
those
somebody
guys.
there's somebody I'm missing. I'm sorry, but LeGrayson said to come drunk, so I did.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
It was all of us just drinking and chatting. It was a lot of fun. Definitely a mess, but it was fun.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that sounds
So
like a
thank you to LeGrayson. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was so much fun.
Oh my gosh, totally unrelated, but I've been listening to a ton of podcasts this week, and if you didn't hear this week's episode of Area of Effect, go listen to it. The interview, Dunlock falls asleep and he's actually snoring during the interview. It is the funniest thing I've ever heard on a WoW podcast. They do, because at first they don't even realize he's asleep. And it's just, I mean, don't go now, but after the show, go check it out. It is hilarious.
Yeah, I love how Sith Lord Bane is saying the Google Hangout was basically like the BlizzCon tickets.
That's awesome.
I thought about that too, but I didn't want to sound like a conceited jerk. But there was seriously a lot of people trying to get into this hangout, and it was so great. So many people out there want to hang out with us, so we're gonna do that more often. I've been talking to Shappy about that, and we had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah, it looked like a blast.
It was really a lot of fun.
she is so funny.
Yeah, she is. She's crazy.
She's hysterical.
I wish she'd go back and play. It was like episode 5 or 6 she was on.
Oh, something like it was
Oh
really
my
early
gosh.
on.
It was a good time. We should play it again.
Yeah, that's when Carr was still
Yeah,
hosting with us. Yeah,
Shappy then and now.
she's so much fun. And then one more thing, I promise. I don't know when it's going to be put out, but I have an interview tomorrow for a scientific doctorate paper, which I will be getting. I'm sure I'll be getting a copy of. Yeah, somebody wants to interview me for like their school.
Wow.
All right, cool. But no, it's about the memorials and the games and all that. So he's going to be interviewing me, asking about my husband and my husband's memorial. Which again, Blizzard, thank you.
Yeah.
I love being able to just go over there by the Lore Walkers and say hi.
Right.
So that's the thing. Yeah, this has been an
That's
insanely
outstanding.
busy week, and there's been a lot of stuff happening outside of the internet world, yet still in the internet world that I can't talk about just yet. But some really cool things. You're going to see my name popping up on a few more places.
Nice. Well, not like it's
Not like
plastered all over the place anyway.
Every other website has my name on it. It seems. I'm a busy man.
I know. Well, actually, you're probably not the only one, but you're the only person I know who has a parody account that's not a character in game.
Yeah.
Like, old school, too. You've had that for a while.
Yeah, that has
Like-
been... Yeah, Gemmet the Orc has been there for quite a while now. So that was... Yeah. Anyway... So, there's the show. No, I'm totally kidding. Jeez.
That was a show. Thank you for coming.
So there was the other day I noticed that Shappy, again talking about Shappy, she had said something about elitism and alphas and betas, and that sparked a really great discussion on Twitter. And now I was holding on to this because I really wanted to talk about this with the show, with the chat room, and with Kel and all that. Because we've all played betas.
Sure.
It's a safe assumption. We've all been in betas. I'm sure most of us have been in alphas, where you get early access to the game, where it's a testing phase, but really, come on, it's actually kind of early access. Well, early access with testing.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But the testing is not the main reason that you're doing it.
It's bragging rights.
Well, yeah, there's that too. But I noticed, I've heard, I haven't seen it personally, but I heard about it on Girls Gone WoW, that in WildStar, when that was still in early beta, there were those elitist jerks. And I'm wondering what everybody thinks about people getting into alphas and betas, and are they the more elite jerks? So I guess we'll go around here. Kel, what do you think?
Do I think people who get into alphas and betas?
Yeah, do you think it
I think
leads to elitism?
I think there's two parts. I think one is that it's an aspect of your personality. If you're going to be like, oh, no, you have to do this way, and this is the way you're supposed to do it,
Yeah.
you're going to be that way whether you're in an alpha, a beta, or
A grocery
even
store.
just starting, or a grocery store. Exactly. I think there's another part where you have people who are just getting in and trying to figure out what the game works like and how it plays, and maybe trying to find every single bug they possibly can, which means you're going to do stuff that you would never do in a regular game. You're going to be jumping off of every single cliff or running through every single fence to find that loophole, kind of like the one battleground where you can actually run through the fence. And a couple of my guildies will do this until we can start killing people. We just sit there and loop and run through a fence, and it pops us back to the loading area. But you have people who are not really playing the game, they're testing it. And then you have people who, their personality is such that they think, okay, you should be playing it. And they start telling you, well, you should be doing it this way. And you have that clash.
Definitely.
And I think that causes the elitism to show up a little bit more.
It definitely puts a focus on it when in that case.
Yeah.
Right. Real quick here, I want to bring this over to the chat room, and Sith Lord Bane is saying Heroes was definitely elitism because of who they gave early access to, because streamers and such, for first call, which I get, but not a fan. It was picked like it should have been whoever called for it first. Okay, yeah, and that's something again with Hearthstone. We talked about that a little bit when Hearthstone. That, you know, the big Blizzard influencers, people who have voices in the community, got their hands on it first. And I get why they do that, but
Yeah.
myself, I'm guilty of this myself. I want to get in because I want to get in and talk about it.
Sure.
I don't want to test it. I just want to get in and talk about it. Like,
Exactly.
I want to get people excited for this game or whatever. If I like it, I want people excited.
Definitely.
And it's a great marketing strategy. But it also does lead, I've noticed this in Hearthstone too. It does lead to, there are people that have been playing for so long that when you get in, they'll just destroy you. And that's with everything though. It's
There's a
veteran.
learning
It's
curve.
there's the you
Yeah.
know, when you're a veteran of a game, obviously you're gonna be better at it, and it makes it less appealing, at least I think, for new people trying to get into that game.
Right. Well, and especially when you're talking about alpha and beta access, I mean, just to kind of echo what Kel was saying, you got the people that are coming for just massively different reasons, and the people who are truly just interested in playing a good game and want to see what it's like and want to just experience it are going to be much more sensitive to the elitists, I guess. And the elitists are going to be much more aggravated by the people, by the oh, look, a butterfly, oh, look, that's cool, and it's the same thing. It's only when it's a popular, it has to be popular, I would imagine, because we only see this really in games. And that's why I like Hearthstone, because there's no chat. There's no way for us to really, there's little innuendos, but there's no direct chat line. And I've actually had I've played pretty extensively, and I've had some really crazy experiences with people. And haters gonna hate. They're gonna find a way to troll you, one way or another. And there's people, they even come into our Twitch channel just to say stupid things. You know what I mean? And so it's like, you're gonna have that no matter what. And as long as, and we keep talking about it, we'll never let the issue die. And so that's how we really combat it. And keep it at the forefront. People, because we all know, everybody who hears my voice right now, and everybody who has experienced it, knows that they're out there, and we're fine with them. Whatever. Yeah, go troll under a bridge. So
yeah, well, there's going to be trolls everywhere. That's for sure.
Totally. And just the more communication centric it is, it's going to be a lot easier to see who's a troll and who's not. Because just like in Hearthstone, I hate to keep bringing up Hearthstone, but it's
I wonder what you've been playing.
So I totally looked this guy, like, crushed him, like, in 4 turns, crushed him. And then I went and got a drink of water or something. Then I played a few more matches. Then I noticed I had a friend request. So I pop it open, and I was like, I don't usually take random friend requests, and I've never taken a request for anybody in Hearthstone. And so I accepted it, and 2 seconds later, he was like, play a real class. Did I mention that on the show before? He was like, play a real class, expletive. And I was like, oh, I just got trolled. That's so cute.
Wow, they went out of their way to troll you.
Right. I was
Dang.
like, it reminded me of back, I don't know if they still do this, but back in Cataclysm, it happened a lot. And we would do Battlegrounds, and when you were just owning face, the Horde or the Alliance, whatever, they would roll on your server and add you as a friend and come to your city and troll you.
Oh, they still do that. Don't worry.
They still do that?
Yeah, people definitely
Yeah,
they still do that.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
They usually just create like a level 1.
Yes, totally.
Like on they'll look at my server, and then they'll get my name, and then they'll just be like, they'll say the stupidest things. I'm like, get over it, bro. And you just keep blocking them. And
get over it, bro. I actually rolled a character named LOL You Mad Bro. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, the chat room is bringing it back to League of Legends here, in talking about Heroes of the Storm, and we all are very well aware the toxic community that League of Legends has.
Yeah, the potential for that to come to
and
HOTS.
There is, I have heard, already it's in technical alpha, and already I'm hearing horrible things from people. I haven't experienced it myself, but I also don't really do verse very much. I'm still learning, so I'm doing the practice mode more. But yeah, I've heard from people who are doing verse, because in a MOBA environment, communication needs to be there.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Yes.
Totally.
There absolutely needs to be communication.
Yeah, sometimes I get in a game, I don't know how to talk. How do you talk?
Yeah, but the good and bad of opening communication channels is you're opening communication channels. Yes, you can strategize and work as a team. You can also troll the hell out of people.
And that's where we're sensitive. We're sensitive to that. And so the people who are already sensitive to that particular aspect, it's just excuse me, it's going to be a nightmare. And that's going to be a lot of reasons why, there's people in the chat room that's saying they haven't played it, they haven't tried it. Excuse me, breathing is hard.
First it's words, now it's breathing.
But yeah, right? Just to kind of give you guys an example, I've been playing a lot of. It's a game called Hawken. I've mentioned it before. It's like the precursor to Titanfall. It's basically the fastest action mech game until Titanfall came out. And you would think that these guys would be just the biggest jerks, because it's just a strictly PvP first-person shooter. So what more of a volatile kind of room could you want to be in? These guys are really, really nice, man. They're helpful. They'll shoot you in the face, but they'll, after every match, it's just good game, high five, love all around. But there's probably only 800 people playing total. So I think it's once, like, Heroes of the Storm has a huge buzz. So, that light is going to attract those flies, kind of thing.
Absolutely. Day, you've been kind of quiet. I'm a little curious what you have to say about this.
You know Trolls, Day.
I do know Trolls because I play League sometimes. But are we still talking about, like, the elitism thing?
It kind of expanded.
I know. Now I don't know what to talk about. I'm so confused. There's so many things happening.
Well, all right. Well, let's bring it over here back to our chat. They were saying that Blizzard has recognized that there will be trolling, that there will be toxic people, and that they're going to be doing something about it. The chat is blowing up. I
hope they do.
I can't,
because I feel like
find the one
MOBAs
comment.
are the worst.
Well, they're hard.
Like, if you look at League of Legends, like, even Dota, people are just not nice. And I guess that's similar, like, even in PvP, the people in PvP are pretty terrible sometimes.
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
Like in random battlegrounds, or if you're doing, like, a rated battleground, or arenas, like, it's a totally different type of person, and if you don't... That's why a lot of people don't PvP, because people are jerks.
Yeah.
When it comes to player versus player content.
People don't PvP.
Any player versus player.
Really, anything when you're interacting with another person. It's the same thing in dungeons. We've all seen it.
Yeah, it's Black Friday at Walmart.
If you haven't seen it, you haven't played a multiplayer game.
Right? I know. I don't know how to shop while I'm I was like, I gotta go to the store and upgrade right in the middle of the battle? What? What?
Oh, okay, here we go. Dorica is saying that they already stated that they will be banning people. So I'm assuming that's coming from Blizzard, since we're talking about Heroes. And I know in League there's a tribunal system where the community can decide. I don't know a lot about it. I've only played like maybe 10 matches of League. But I hated it. I got into like 2 groups that were just horrendous. So I immediately uninstalled it.
Yeah. I had a similar kind of experience.
And I was running with somebody who was an ex-pro League of Legends player.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I was with
we still got angry people.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if their system really actually works.
Okay, can any of us think of a system that would work?
And no matter what system you have in place, people are going to abuse it. Like, for example, they can downvote me, or I forget what it's called in League because I have also uninstalled it.
It's basically called giving you the finger.
Because you're like the first one to die, and then,
Vote to keep.
Yeah, things like that could definitely be abused. Absolutely. Kel, any thoughts on maybe is there something that these game companies can put in?
I don't think there's any foolproof system to put in. I think a lot of it depends. I mean, Blizzard is going to have to ban people and be very quick on the response from the community.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you have somebody who, because I'm sure there's a way to track how many people put somebody on ignore. And if you have somebody who you get 100 people are all putting them on ignore, don't want to be grouped with this person, then to me that would send a red flag that this person is causing an issue.
Yeah, it's making waves.
And I know Blizzard can track the chat functions and stuff. I know they can see. They're like the NSA.
Yeah.
They know what's going on.
Yes, they do, and they've gotten a million times better because a couple years ago they couldn't even answer their phone. It took hours to get through. And now it's like, boom, oh, you'll call me back? Cool, all right, you guys got it going on. And they're interactive and they're forward moving and they listen, and they answer the tickets eventually. And so it's like if you're in a game where the community has that tool, it's like Elle said in the chat earlier. She was like, "Give the community the tools, and we will." She said something of that. Like, we can moderate them, or at least give us the tools to be able to help ourselves.
Yeah. Elle said, "Give the community the tools, we will weed them out."
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, I agree and disagree with that. Yes, there is a large majority of people who are going to flag the abusive people, but there's also going to be those abusive people who will flag you for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah.
And it really needs to get like a threshold. Who was it? Day, I think you were saying it. There's so much going on right now. This is a very hot button discussion going on.
It is.
But yeah, if there's a certain amount of people reporting one person, that should raise a bigger flag than just somebody reporting somebody.
Because only about 1% of the people report anything anyway. So
yeah, exactly.
If there's a lot of people, then it's like, oh man, they're doing it 10 times as much as it's being reported. So, like, are you crazy? Get that person. But what do? Do you ban their account? Do you ban them for life? Do you, throw them in jail? Throw their thirst buster on the ground?
Run over their bike.
Yeah, because then there's that whole consequences, and it's like, oh man, it's just a rabbit hole. You start falling down it. And it's like, I love what WoW does. I mean, they don't protect you per se, but they give you a lifeline a little bit, It's like, okay, well, you can ignore. Okay, you can open a ticket. Okay, you can keep doing this over and over again. It's like, oh, well, there you go. I'm gonna get trolled in some way, shape, or form, no matter what. So it's really kind of about your own personal experiences and how you react to it. So.
Yeah, Blizzard, the customer service has gotten a million times better. But you know what? We don't see the end result.
Yeah.
Right. They don't come back and tell us what happened with that.
Right. I had an experience with this last year. More than a year and plus ago at this point. Back on my priest, I had somebody literally stalking me and making it impossible for me to level while I was leveling up my priest. And I reported them. I opened numerous tickets. I actually called them. And it still happened for months. I had this person stalking me.
Uh-oh.
And
I remember when that was happening.
I think I do too.
Yeah, and then once Mists of Pandaria came out, it seemed like they just disappeared. So my immediate thought was that they had just quit the game or given up. But it was months.
That was like the end of Kata, right?
Yeah, it was the end of Kata.
I remember that happening because I get messages from you all the time going.
Yeah, it got to the point that I could not play that character anymore.
Wow.
I gave up with that character for months, and I was having a lot of fun healing. But I just couldn't do it anymore. Kind of results from that. So I think if we could see the results, or like the community at large, I'm not saying, name shame them, but let's see if somebody's going to be abusive and aggressive. Let's see visually something happen.
Yeah.
Don't put them in the stocks in Stormwind, but we want to see that something's been done. And then we're going to talk about that to our guildies, our friends on Twitter, Facebook, social media, everywhere.
Yeah.
And that'll start spreading word that, hey, if you do something terrible, something's going to happen.
Yeah. And it can't just be just for something terrible, though, because then that's how it's like, okay, well, we have this terrible system for reviewing terrible people, and that's all there is. So it's going to be like, okay, well, I'm bored. Let's go troll. Where do we go? Oh, let's go to the terrible board and go start tearing stuff up, So it's like, I'm thinking Open Raid. Have you been to Open Raid? And you know how they do their, like, rep system kind of thing?
Yeah.
And you gotta leave comments and vote, upvote, downvote your experience that you just had. I think that's pretty progressive, and I really liked it. And even though the first time I was on there in my first raid that I hosted, it got full, and I got a couple of backups, but I told them that they might not get in, and they didn't get in, and so the raid went great. I mean, it was a Lich King raid. It was like 2 years. It was a long time ago. And somebody was like, "He didn't show up. Downvote." I was like, "What? Are you crazy?" And so it's just like, no matter how great of a system you have,
right? Every kind of system like that is going to be. It can be abused. I want to bring this over here. Elle is saying in our chat room, it's quite a lot. So prepare to.
Let's go to Elle in the chat room.
Prepare for me to talk for a minute. I'm going to scroll up a little bit. Here we go. All right. She's saying, yeah, it can be something where one person... Oh, could you not automatically scroll the chat room Twitch? That would be great. Thanks. It can be something where one person has ultimate input, but a larger trend... I'm going to scream. Twitch just keeps scrolling. But a larger trend that is tracked on the whole... and I don't think other players need to see it. Blizzard needs to manage the feedback once it crosses a threshold, which absolutely.
Definitely.
I definitely agree with that. Taking player view out of it might present some of the trolling. And then she goes on to say, maybe we do see the end result overall. Our community is not League of Legends, which, again, very true.
Very true.
That's
Yeah.
Very, very true.
Very, very true.
Our
Something
children grow up
keeps...
to be doctors and lawyers.
Something keeps the trolling awful behavior at bay. And then Poikle says right after that, I actually abandoned a tune once a few years ago and eventually deleted because I couldn't play it after the something that was blocked by the parental things, which I'm surprised we have.
Wow. Oh.
But yeah, Elle definitely has some great points there. It definitely needs to be, look at it. Blizzard should be looking at things once it hits a threshold. We as players need to start reporting more
Definitely.
of abusive behavior. Like Uno, like you said, a small percentage of people will actually do it. So we really need to start, if somebody's being abusive and aggressive, report them for it.
Totally.
It takes 2 seconds.
They gave us a button for it. You click on it.
Yeah,
You report 'em.
exactly.
They take them right out of your chat if it's trade chat that you're trying to not see.
Well, why you're in trade chat in the first place is beyond me, but all right.
Yeah, you've got bigger issues than trolls.
I'm a guild leader. I have to kind of keep an eye on trade chat just in case.
Yeah.
Although between Mumble and guild chat, I hardly ever see my guildies in trade chat. We mostly just read it to each other in Mumble, and we're like, "Oh my god, can you believe they said that?" Unless somebody starts the Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker, because that
did somebody
just
say
ends up
Thunder Fury,
everywhere.
Seeker?
I can't believe it's not in the chat yet.
Right. Well, there's a delay.
Oh,
10
that's right.
second delay.
They haven't.
Give it a few. They haven't heard this
Whoa.
yet.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Oh goodness. Yeah. So it seems like there's no winning in the war on trolling. It's not even a war.
It is a war on trolling.
It kind of is for the community, but
A 100-year war.
it might be that I always leave trade chat, but haven't seen. Now, thinking back on it, I haven't noticed trolling in Warcraft very much in the last year.
Well, because WoW's dead, so.
Well, yeah, WoW is dead, so
Oh.
we're talking about a dead game.
With
Yeah.
seven
I think they lost some
subscriptions.
subscribers or something. I
Did
don't
they?
know what.
Well,
I
how many
don't
trolls
know.
were
I don't
there?
pay attention to that.
Just check the report. How many subscribers left last quarter? So many.
It's also, we're in such a lull.
Well,
But
there is that.
Q for Battlegrounds, Gimmet. The
Q for
trolls are alive
BGs.
and well.
no, Thanks for the suggestion, but I'll play Wildstar.
All right.
What you do is you queue with a group of guildies, and so you have 5 of you going in at once to the battleground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I'm always
then-
with at least one other person.
Oh
so.
yeah.
Yeah. And then you can just sit there and laugh about people when they start going, "Oh my God, we lost this. Why didn't you cap that?" And you're like, "We're 30 seconds into the battleground. We can still win."
Concede. Just quit. Drop the flag. Let's quit.
Just let them cap it. And you're like,
Just let the
again, 30 seconds in, and then we go ahead and win. They're like, "Oh, okay."
Well, good going, guys.
All right. Jeez, we are that. I knew that was going to be a crazy discussion, but that was a really long one.
It's amazing. That's a hot button topic, like you said. And it's
It really is. It really is a big thing out there in the community, and I've been noticing it a lot more.
yeah.
I've been noticing people talking about it more. And it really is something out there. You know, the games rise and fall because of their community.
Mhm.
And if you have such a terrible, horrible community, your game's not going to do that great. League of Legends, I don't know how the hell they're still going. Honestly, with that community there, I don't know how they're doing it. It's a good game. I'm not putting it down. I'm not putting the game down. I'm saying that the majority of that community is horrendous.
Well,
Yeah.
it's very hit or miss. Like, I've been in the worst matches, but I've also been in the best, where people are super helpful and they are super nice.
Yeah, and they also just acquired G Street, so that didn't hurt. Yeah, I'm sure. And I think I'm not a League player, but from what I've noticed, they do a pretty good job about like coming out with content and making sure that people are engaged and just keeping it fresh and introducing things without having balancing issues. I don't know if they do or not, but that's so I've heard.
All right, let's move it on to something a little lighter.
Ooh.
I think this will be it. I think this will be the last thing we bring up tonight.
Aw.
The our mains in Warlords of Draenor. I have heard a lot of people talking that they will be switching mains.
I'm just crying.
Mostly healers. I have heard a lot of healers saying they are going to go to DPS or tank.
No,
What?
I refuse.
Dang.
I'm sobbing. Like, I'm in a puddle on the floor sobbing about the state that priests will be in.
Aw.
Like, legitimately, priests are taking the brunt of it for the healers. That will probably still be the first tune I level, is my Holy Disc Priest, probably Horde side.
Oh. Loktar, oh no, she better don't.
Oh yeah, I go for the Horde!
I worked
Whoa.
it in anyway.
Whoa, I feel like I just got hit by a bus right there.
But I should stop QQing right now, because as a healer through the expansions, I've had to adapt.
Sure.
It's been a fact. Like, remember my mental state at the beginning of Cataclysm? I switched to Hunter because I was so discouraged with my priest.
And Hunter's awesome.
Then I proceeded to raid on a Hunter, and then I went back to a
That's
priest
awesome.
when they fixed them. I don't know how it's going to work out yet, so I can't really judge, but I'm not just going to drop my favorite class of all time just because of some alpha patch notes. I have to see what's up before I...
And yeah, you know what? It is in alpha patch notes. We got to think about that too.
Yeah, right?
Like, it's only in internal Blizzard take-home alpha right now. It's not even in friends and family.
Exactly.
So things are going to change. Hopefully they don't screw healers around so much. Because as much as I like huntering, I kind of enjoyed the challenge of healing.
I feel that we're not getting as screwed over as people think. They're looking at a tiny little piece of the picture. They're not looking at all the proposed changes.
Right.
So I don't think that we're in that bad of a state from what if you take everything into account.
Well, I mean, if you're taking everything into account, then what we should really be queuing about is boosted tanks, because that's going to be a nightmare.
Oh, isn't that already a nightmare?
Yeah, but it's going to be real bad once we go live. It's going to be crazy. I'm
Yeah.
loving the boosted healers, though, because this guy's like, are you even healing, bro? It's like, wait, I'm the healer? No.
Hey, I did fine as a boosted druid healer.
Well, you're a pro. You're pro stat. You're hashtag Team Day, man. Of course, you're gonna do well. But me, not so much.
But I have gear now, it's fine.
I gotta say, I love how one of our listeners already tweeted that out. Locktar, oh no, she better don't.
Oh, that's funny.
Taking two of my favorite things, World of Warcraft and RuPaul's Drag Race,
Nah.
putting it together.
I think in Warlords, though, we should have like the button that before when you queue, it's like, okay, you queued for this role, and then once the thing starts, you should have an "Are you sure you want to be a healer or a tank?" button. Like, are you sure you're going in? This is real. This is going live right now. Are you sure?
You know, there should be something, because when I was running with Nans, she was heals or DPS,
Yeah.
and we would go in and she would go, oh, okay, I guess I'm healing, or oh, okay, I guess I'm DPSing. Like, alert somebody if there's the option for multiple queuing.
Right.
Let them know what they're going in as.
Yeah, right. That was
Although,
incredibly.
I feel like
annoying.
that would be a basic thing.
these boosted healers are making my Shadow Priest feel awesome, because I'll go into a dungeon and out heal the healers on a Shadow Priest, be like, yes!
Yeah. Because that's a thing.
Hey, it makes me feel awesome.
But I mean, I think they're kind of doing something because in Warlords, your gear is going to change like a chameleon skin depending on what you're doing or standing next to. So it's like, yeah. That's I don't see. I think a lot of people are going to be changing their mains because it's just going to be so much more fluid to go, through the specs of your class.
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting. Kel, we actually didn't ask you in the beginning. What do you main as?
I'm a hunter.
Yes, I knew that. I just wanted to hear it.
Remember I said I was told I had to re-roll on a Horde server. Blood Elf Hunter, Ben Blood Elf Hunter.
Yeah, I kind of wish you weren't a blood elf, but at least you're pretty.
She is.
Blood
very
elves are pretty. One of my warlocks is a blood elf, and he's so pretty.
I get to shoot all the things. Many, many things. And I have many alts, but I'll be maining as a hunter. If I take a time away from playing Kel, I log into WoW and I see her icon sitting there on the screen, and I swear she's tapping her foot at me. It's like, okay, it's my turn. I get to play now.
It's like, it's about time you got back here.
Oh, and
Job.
my buddy Shenanigans here, which, by the way, best name. I love it. I love Shenanigans, and this guy has Shenanigans as his name.
Yeah, y'all, shenaniganery.
Going back to the multiple queuing thing, he says if you words are hard. If you queue for multiple roles when the queue pops, it will tell you which you are needed for. It has the role icon in the queue window. Yeah, but I would like a little pop-up thing would be like, you are entering this instance as whatever.
Yeah.
But it
Have the
shows you the
whole
little
screen
sword or
shape
the
of you.
little cross if you're a healer.
Right. But then you got to switch specs and you got to change gear. It'd be nice if they did that for you. Just give me a little auto dressing room.
That's actually why I never queue as two things.
That would
if
be-
I'm in
that
my
would be
healer
great
gear,
if-
I queue as healer. If I'm in my DPS gear, I queue as DPS.
That would be really great if they if it just automatically did it.
Yeah. Because there's been times where I've queued and I'm going back and forth from DPS to tank to DPS to tank, and I forgot to switch gear. I've been running around in tank gear as a DPS. It's like, wait a minute. I was like, why? No wonder I couldn't do that ability. I still have a one-handed, weapon. Like, can't even swing my sword. So that's just me,
my.
though. I'm, I mean, that's just me, though. And when and I think I'm excited about Warlords in that respect because I just can't wait to be able to do damage as a tank. That's gonna be fun. It's been so long overdue. Tanks need some love. Now they're taking away vengeance, so we need some extra loving.
Oh, nerf tanks. Wait, Ghostcrawler left. The nerf bat is still swinging?
Sheesh.
I thought it was. I thought it was blame Celestalon now.
Yeah, everything is Celestalon's fault. It's at Celestalon on Twitter.
Now they have such a hard job keeping us all balanced. They really do an amazing job.
It is very difficult because you're here. I'm sure they're getting yelled at 16,000 different ways from Sunday.
Oh my goodness! That level 10 killed my level 9. You have to nerf him.
Yeah. He silenced me. Nerf him.
Nerf mages.
Nerf priests.
Buff hunters.
No, do not nerf priests. We're already the worst
Ferrari.
in PvP. In PvP.
Just take priests out in general.
No, because then they will quit.
Priests out the game. No way. We love priests. We love Day.
I do like my priest.
Priesting is fun.
I have 3 level 90 priests. Please don't get rid of them.
Or get rid of them.
or
Well, then I have my 2 druids to fall back on, I suppose.
Not surprising. Day has all the healers.
Life grip. Life grip
Oh,
with the trees.
God.
Life grip with
Life
the balconies.
grip. Your answer.
Oh,
to death.
apparently they we have somebody listening over Skype via a listener.
That's awesome, Nans.
Yeah, Nans is saying that Owens is saying buff Death Knights.
Yeah, buff Unholy Death Knights, please. Thank you.
Buff Block DKs.
Basically, we have to buff and nerf everybody.
Yeah.
Buff hunters, nerf everybody else.
Nerf mushrooms.
Done. End of story. There you go, Celestalon. I
Disagree.
just made your job 100 times
Yes.
easier.
Hunters need a better heal.
We do.
We do.
We really
They have
don't.
Band-Aids?
Really?
Cloth.
They need to get rid of heals from DPS classes. Okay, have your defensives, have your itty bitty heals,
Little bubbles.
but a Ret Pally should not be able to out heal me. That is just ludicrous.
Well, I mean, a Ret Pally. Yeah, come on now.
Oh, they've been buffed. Don't
Yeah,
you know?
they're
They're worth
awesome.
heals like 7 million times more now.
Yeah, dude. At the beginning of Pandaria, the freaking the paladin tank healing was incredible. It was like, dude, I'm not even tanking this. I straight up had healing meters up. It was so exciting. I'm serious. It was so exciting to be like even near the healers. And don't let me pass one of the healers, because then, who's the troll now? Yes. It was me.
Oh, gosh. All right, we are running really long tonight. So I think that is going to do it for us. So, Uno, how
Ooh.
about you go ahead and help us wrap this up?
Definitely, you guys also know this because you're here. We record every Sunday, so come listen to us live. Point your browser to letswowpodcast.com and come hang out with us every Sunday at 8 Eastern Standard Time. You can find all of our show archives there. We have a lot planned for you guys on the show as well as for the download. We love you, and we want you to show up because you never know what kind of fun is going to happen in our live chat room. So check us out.
And I say this every week, but really tonight the chat room, I try to keep up.
Oh.
I cannot.
I blame Kel.
It's like a stock ticker. It's just going.
That was, one of the most active chat rooms in at least our recent history.
Yeah.
I've got an Ellen and Dorka in there. They're awesome.
I know.
As you know, because they were on the show before.
Yeah, they were on the show 2 weeks ago.
Yes, they were actually our last guest that we spoke with. So that's phenomenal. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, sorry, Day.
We can continue now. I
You're fine.
always just stop because I know there's going to be conversation there.
Yeah. Well, we've been doing this long enough.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm so humble.
And when you're done listening to our show, why not go check out some of the other great shows in the Dawnforge network? Shows like All Things Azeroth, Group Quest, Halfway Around the World, More Than Megapixels, The Obscure Cast, Steamforged, Shattered Soulstone, and All Things Edible. You can find these shows and more at thedawnforge.com. I didn't take a breath! Ah!
Yay! We've only been doing this for 59 shows. I think you would have this down by now.
Wait, that means next week is your 60th birthday show?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're officially retired.
No, that's at 65 here in
Oh,
Morocco.
man. 4 more episodes of this. Oh, my God. Whatever will
All
we
right.
do?
I don't know. We'll have, I don't know, maybe some cake. Maybe I'll get a cake.
The cake is a lie.
Maybe I'll get a cake. All right, everybody listening, don't forget, if you can hear our voices, that we want you to come join us for a fun chat, like the wonderful and lovely Kel did this evening.
Thank you.
So please feel free, send us an email to guests@letswowpodcast.com. Send us a tweet on the Twitter @letswowpodcast, and we will get you scheduled in. And also be sure to check out our website at letswowpodcast.com. You can find all of our show archives and even listen in right from your phone, right from the site. Disclaimer, the Let's Wow Podcast does not take responsibility for data charges.
And if anyone in the lovely chat room wants to come by our Mumble and hang out and chat with us, which, okay, half of you already hang out in my Mumble, you're more than welcome to come join the Forged in Flame family. We hang out over in Cold Terrace, or just send us a whisper. We'll tell you how to get into Mumble and sit and chat with us. Sometimes we just hang around and play Cards Against Humanity in Mumble. It's fun.
It is
We
fun.
drink.
It is fun. I love hanging out in that Mumble channel. It's a lot of fun. You'll get people like Kel and Elle and Dorka, and occasionally an angry orc.
Mhm. And all the bird RP you can stand. Caw.
Oh, caw.
I had that thought earlier. Sorry to interrupt you guys, but I had that thought earlier when we were talking about the PvP. I want to go and do bird RP through Alterac Valley. Just caw, caw.
Oh my god.
I think we
I
can
know.
make that. I'm pretty sure we can make this happen.
Yeah, we'll
I know
call
a couple people who do that with you.
we'll call it caw to arms.
But yeah, as Elle pointed out, we don't have the orc. That's a different Mumble channel.
Oh, he's in another channel.
Yes,
I'm in so many different Mumble channels.
you are. But if you see us at BlizzCon, we will actually do live Bird RP. Ray from... I'm going to say the wrong name because I always call it the Shattering, and he gets mad at me, and then goes, "No, it's the Sundering," and it's called the Sundering.
Yeah,
There we go.
Sundering. Rapist.
Yes, Rayfist.
Yes, Ray and Elle and I stood on a balcony and cawed down at people.
Nice.
That is unbelievably epic. I'm so mad I didn't get that on camera.
And I'm sure we will be doing that again this year.
I will be getting that on camera this year.
That is so funny because I have been doing Bird RP since Dorka and Elle were on the show like 2 weeks ago. My family, my friends, my coworkers think I am insane because I'm just doing Bird RP all over the place. I'm like, it's so much fun. So much fun.
It is.
Like, I found my RP. Like, it's Bird RP. Like, I'm LARPing chickens.
Oh my god, I think that's our show title. I'm LARPing chickens. I'm totally to hell with muting. I'm typing this.
Right?
There we go. Love it. Alright. Day, where can we find everybody?
All right, if you'd like to follow us on our individual Twitter accounts, you can find myself, the lovely Day,
And so humble.
Mm-hmm.
right, at Creature Venus, Gem at Gem the Orc, and Uno at...
No. No.
Darn, I thought
caught
it
it
would let-
this week. I caught it this
Gem at Gemit Hunts,
That's the
and
answer.
Uno at Podcrafty. You can also email us all directly using Gemit, Day, or Uno at letswowpodcast.com.
And once again, I got to give a big shout out and thank you to one of our fantastic sponsors, Crystal, over at Star Shattered Designs on Etsy. Check her out. She's got some amazing stuff. I've been talking to her recently, and she's got some really cool things in the works. And it's all handmade, and you're helping out the independents, just like our show.
That's right.
We are independent. We don't do this for money. We do this because we love it.
Right.
So help out the independent people when you can.
That's right.
And seriously, she's got some amazing stuff. So
And it's
a
Warcraft
big
related.
thank you to her. So now Kel.
That's okay. We usually go as a tag team places, so.
Yes. So now, where can everybody find you out there all over the interwebs?
Oh, well, you can find me on Colteris, Forged in Flame, Guild, truly awesome people. We just became the #1 rated RBG
What?
guild for
Nice.
our realm.
Wow.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, really hope we keep it.
I can't imagine that was easy either.
A little bit of a surprise, to be honest, on my part. But Break and Dark and Death Touch and Munchkin and Kimmelin and Rylan and oh my god, we have so many. We have a really great core of PvPers. We're on a PvE server, but we have a really great core of PvPers who are more than willing to explain classes and help you out. And half the time we'll be hanging out on the steps of Shrine trying to kill each other in duels, but it's not because we're actually really trying to kill each other. It's because they're walking you through rotations
training.
or hey, I want to try this ability and how does it work?
Yeah.
So
awesome.
yeah, we just hit that the other day. We had been at #3 for a while, and we hit #1, and that was really cool. So shout out to them.
That is awesome.
That's great
Congratulations.
news. Congratulations, Forged in
It-
Flame.
It could
Yeah.
not happen to a better group of people.
Right?
Because they're actually nice PvPers. I hang out with nice PvPers.
Wow.
I know that sounds like an anomaly, but I hang out with seriously nice PvPers.
Well, there's Day. when
Yes,
when
Day is the other anomaly. So I have to figure out something how we get Day involved in our PvPing. And Day plays Horde.
Yeah.
I do
So-
have Horde.
Day turns into
So-
a
I play
chilled
both.
Yeti when
Shut
she
it down.
PvPs.
Yeah, I'm kind of a crazy person
She
when I
is
PvP.
crazy. I had known Day for a long time, and then I PvP with her, and I was like, "Who are you?"
I never yell at my
No, you-
team. I'm always yelling at other people.
I know. You're just so crazy.
Sometimes I yell at my team. Pale, what are you? What? Why is this on me still?
That's okay. Sometimes that needs to happen.
Sometimes tough love is the best love.
And then you get out of the battleground and you're like, okay, everybody get a job. This is what we're going to learn. You are not shot caller anymore. You are now shot caller. We're going to go in and knock it out of the park next time.
Yes. Did we go over where you are on the Twitters?
We did not. I am at Kel__KT on the Twitters. If you follow L, if you follow Dorka, you probably follow me. Because, like I said, as a tag team, a lot of places.
So
You
many
put up-
tag teams. I cannot afford dinner for all these people.
That's okay, Gemmet. You would be having so much fun having dinner with us, you wouldn't mind opening up your wallet.
Oh, that's
And
sweet.
your word. That's gonna be
Thanks.
fun. Hey, so also don't forget to go ahead and leave us a rating and/or a review on iTunes and a thumbs up on Stitcher. We love it. We truly appreciate you guys. Your feedback is awesome, so thank you so much. We are the podcast for you and by you. So feel free to let us know what you'd like to hear. Send us an email, send us a tweet, catch us in game, catch us in our live chat room, my favorite place. I say it every week. We'd love to bring up whatever you want to hear us discuss on the show. So do it.
Indeed. And everybody listening, thank you so much for taking the time out of your Sunday evening to hang out with us. Thank you for your fabulous discussion in the chat room. I wish I could have read the entire chat room conversations, but it would have
Right.
taken 3 hours. So that's why we want you to come join us live, because there are always great discussions happening in our chat room. Everybody listening in our download, thank you as well for downloading us.
And for anybody who's scared about being on a podcast, me, they're really, really nice. And Day and Uno and Gemmet make you feel very welcome, and they take good care of you. So don't be scared. Just send, probably Gemmet, a DM or a tweet and say, hey, I want to come chat, because they're really good people.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. You were a fantastic guest. My God.
Thanks.
Agreed.
We actually set a record
it's-
for most bird RP today.
Yeah, we did.
Ah,
Caw. It's funny that you say that. I've gotten messages from people who have been on the show after they've been on with us, and they said this was scary once I did it. It's like, well, that's what we're going for here.
Then they leave us.
Just a bunch of friends hanging out, talking about a game we all love.
That's
So
right.
thank you. No, that does mean a lot.
It does.
It really does.
That's why we do it.
Oh, my heart is smiling. I didn't know my heart had a mouth. I should probably get that checked out.
Can't do it.
All right, everybody, again, thank you so much for listening. We will see you next week in the same time and the same place. Until next time, my friends and you heroes of Azeroth. Q, it's your cue.
it's my cue.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Less QQ, more pew pew.
And get rich or die grinding for BlizzCon tickets.
You're too late if you want BlizzCon tickets. No,
Hang on,
you could
hey,
you
baby.
could check it. You could check out LF. What is it? LFBlizzCon.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, from our friend Elvine. Great site, by the way. We'll talk about that next week. Anyway, remember to stay geeky, my friends, and to embrace the noobs. Don't step on them. We will see you next week, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
All right, that
no
was
Zug
that
Zug?
was fun. Oh, I got a Zug Zug. All right, hold on. Zug Zug, job's done.